If you have a budget of 100 million, 50 million, you can put up a residential dormitory apartment for them. And then, further down, you can be a condominium owner na doon sila mag-rent sa'yo. Further down, you can be a studio unit owner that they can rent from you. If you don't have any of those properties yet, you can be a service provider, di ba? Service is always low on capital expenditure.
Sa Chinese market, by the way, how does it normally work? I've heard that they like paying in cash for a year or 2 years, or
Yeah.
that's a normal team, or why do they do that?
I think because of their inaccessibility to a checkbook, because they're foreign, they just tend to pay cash.
In this video, we talk to Carly as he shares what are the things you need to know if you want to invest in Pogos and you want to make money off of it.
Ah,
All of that
capture
in
the
this
market.
video.
Please, 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 I beg you, subscribe to Marvin Guerremo's channel, click the like button and the bell.
We're the road to 100,000 is now intact. Oh, 100,000 subscribers, guys. Bigyan nyo ng pagkakataon ng isang Pilipino na hindi gwapo na nangangarap ng 100,000 subscribers. So, enjoy the rest of the video.
Papapiesta si Marvin.
Hi guys, we're here in Icon 2019 Davao.
Davao.
We're with Carly. As you all know, he's gonna cringe, but I'm gonna say sobrang yaman. Cringe, go! Okay. Ayan, okay. Now, I want to talk about Pogos. Okay lang?
Okay lang, pero
So,
mayaman ako sa kaibigan.
Yun.
Mayaman ako sa stress. Mayaman tayo sa good friends like
Good
Marvin.
friends. Okay. My question is this. Pogo, I'm not sure if you know this. Pogo has more, in terms of property space already, mas malaki na siya than BPO.
I heard. Ang bilis.
Oh, now for people who want to position naman, they want to cater to the Chinese segment, what can they do?
Oh wow, that's a very good question, Marv. So, what can you do to capture the Chinese, the mainland Chinese market segment? Maraming ways, no? First, if you're really, really wealthy, of course, you can put up an office building para maging Pogo siya. They'll rent from you, you get passive income, you leverage, borrow the money from the bank to put up your building and let the Pogo pay for your building. That's on the really, really high end of the spectrum.
Pero does it have to be pag ganun, does it have to be in the MOA area or does it have to be the Ortigas area particularly para makater sa Pogo market, or you can put it anywhere tapos pupunta naman yung Chinese?
Yeah, I think right now, from what I'm seeing, they're also open to other areas. But definitely, MOAs, Ortigas Center, itong mga places na may access to grocery, supermarket, entertainment, relatively new and safe, ang top choice nila, 'di ba? They're not too comfortable being in a city na siguro may mga iba-ibang market class, 'di ba? But
Pero is there parang a particular requirement? This is the type of building that they need. May particular height, may particular way that it's done also.
I'm not sure from the office specs,
Okay.
but it looks like it's the same specs as the BPO specs. So the people from Jones Lang, Lichu, Colliers would know more about the specs. But aside from office building, you can do next. You can provide them the residential. Diba? Kasi at the end of the day, lahat yan, they will have to go somewhere to rest and sleep. So if you have a budget of 100 million, 50 million, you can put up a residential dormitory apartment for them. And then, further down, you can be a condominium owner na doon sila mag-rent sa'yo. Further down, you can be a studio unit owner that they can rent from you. If you don't have any of those properties yet, you can be a service provider, di ba? Service is always low on capital expenditure.
Sabi mo, if you don't have any of that, pwede ka pa mangarap. Hindi naman.
And then last na last, libre naman mangarap, di ba?
Okay.
Walang gastos mangarap. So, you can be service provider for this Pogo. I'm not sure how, but this is to open your mind na ano bang kailangan nila? Do they need the driver to drive them around? Do they need transport service? Do they need tour guides? Do they need people who needs to package things and make it convenient for them? Do they need runners to help them do their business, buy their raw material? So these are the opportunities in a new market that has arrived in the Philippines.
Okay. You said create dormitories. What's the difference? Why do I make a dormitory compared to just buying several condo units naman?
Oh, yeah, very good question. Of course, the costing is different. If you buy several condos, the costing is very different. Because you're gonna buy one unit 4 million, 3 something million, 5 million, 7 million. So iba yun. If you build a building, kunyari, you put in 80 million, 90 million, maraming rooms yun. So it's really kung ano ang affordability natin. Di ba?
Okay.
The size of your dormitory really is dependent on your budget. If you want to go big with elevators, security amenities, okay lang din. You want to go rental of $1 million a month, okay yun. Then you have to capex to have a bigger structure. But I'm not saying na kailangan mo na malaki. Kung maliit lang yung structure mo, you can still join the bandwagon, di ba? You can do as small as 1 room, 5 rooms, 10 rooms, 20 rooms.
So those who go for example, space in Pasig for residential, that also
Correct.
means the Pogo office is also in Pasig as well?
Yes,
Or
yes.
tumatawid din sila na MOA may nakatira sa Makati?
No. Mostly, most of the chunk of the Pogos, they would prefer malapit sa office sila because that's a safety concern.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but syempre, if they have no choice, they will find the closest na residential to their office.
Ito, what are the things naman that they should expect naman from Chinese tenants na
Yeah.
what are the things that they should do? Kasi parang naman just to prepare themselves
Yes, yes.
once they have those new tenants.
They should expect that we have different cultures. We're
Okay.
used to different things. No?
Okay.
So we would have different language, we would cook differently, we would be tidy differently, we would smoke different cigarettes, so very different culture. But the way to look at it is, you're in there to put up a business. It's just buying a taxi. I want to buy a taxi. First of all, iba-ibang taxi, iba-ibang Grab. Depende yan sa personal preference mo. Gusto mo ng Toyota, Mitsubishi, Honda, Hyundai. So nothing is right or wrong. So ganun din with the mainland Chinese. They have a different preference. And then, you have to consider also they're young. Some are young.
Young ba?
Oh, some are young. Some like to drink alcohol. So it comes with a package. So, with the analogy ng taxi is, it's like you doing business with taxi. You'll never know who's gonna ride in your taxi, di ba? Kung sumakay sa iyo, gwapo, tulad ni Marvin Guerrero,
Oy!
Ang swerte ng
Hindi,
araw mo.
grabe naman.
Diba?
Naka-polo t-shirt lang ako, guys.
Mabango,
Hindi.
gwapo, descende kung mag-tip, ang lakas mag-tip.
Grabe naman. No?
But you will also get Grab passengers na kunya, hindi nakaligo because of whatever circumstances. So, this is what life is all about. Diba? You want to do business. You cannot really choose. You just have to adapt.
So, sa Chinese market, by the way, how does it normally work? I've heard that they like paying in cash for a year or 2 years, or
Yeah.
that's a normal team, or why do they do that?
I think because of their inaccessibility to a checkbook because they're foreign, they just tend to pay cash.
Okay.
And because of siguro communication gap, just like imagine mo kung ikaw yung nasa isang bansa you don't speak their language, and somehow mura naman, you just wanna pay them para wala ka nang iniisip on a month-to-month basis. Thus, the payment of the 1 year advance. And I guess siguro from their point of view, they also value their security of tenure na I'll just pay you so I can focus on what I'm doing on my work, and we don't have to deal with month-to-month conversations.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, pag ganun, do they price everything higher, lower? Kasi naka 1 year yun, so I assume they're asking for a higher discount naman. Or what I've seen also for some people, because it's Chinese Pogo, they price the units higher naman.
You know, at the end of the day, Marv, it's really what the market will pay you for, di ba? So, just like ikaw, tayo, pag pumunta tayo sa ibang bansa, di ba? When we go to America, we have no choice but to pay a higher price for everything in the US. It's so expensive in the US, di ba? But if you go to, let's say, places like Vietnam, wherein their banh mi is like
30
75 pesos ba? 30 pesos meron?
Meron. Yung kalye-kalye na
Oh,
bad,
diba?
meron. Oh.
Diba,
Yung
you
pero
find it
magdadasal ka kung mali.
magdadasal ka lang. Diba? You find it so affordable na parang you won't think twice and just buy the banh mi. Kahit dalawa man yan, tatlo. So that's how the mainland Chinese feels about coming to our country. They just find it really affordable.
Okay.
Kaya if you charge them 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 for the room, minsan, sige na, I'll take it. I don't want to think about it. Para may bahay na ako mamayang gabi.
Okay, lastly, in terms of putting the furniture, appliances, should put high-end, dapat ba kompleto na TV, ref, you just put the basic items, as bahala sila magdagdag?
Okay, that's a very good question. I'm not sure how the Chinese prefers, But I think when supply is low and demand is high, then there's really not much choice. Di ba? Para kunyari, ikaw Marvin, pumunta ka ng Dubai, wala ka ng tirahan. You wanna rest na. You just take whatever is there, di ba? But of course, it now goes back to you as a landlord.
Is there a higher supply now or lesser supply?
I think in some areas, there's still strong demand for good ones. Ngayon kasi that the mainland Chinese, they are now looking for quality ones na maayos, decent for their workers. No? Hindi na yung basta-basta. But as a landlord, what kind of landlord do you want to be? That's back to you. Do you want to be a provider of higher quality properties, or do you want to be a landlord na whatever na? Kahit na cheap materials. But I also believe that if your property is cheaply done, your tenant won't stay long because eventually they will realize that, uy, there's so much value in the other unit. May cabinetry works, may lighting, it feels better. But if your unit is properly priced and it's properly designed with nice lighting, nice mood, nice storage, your tenant tends to stay longer with you. So, yeah.
So, it means that what are they looking for now? Amaya, Avida, Alveo, ALP in terms of just so people have an idea on the price point for
I've
them.
seen some buildings on the Amaya level with Pogos, and because Amaya is really far more affordable but decent with amenities like pool and Alveo level, I think I'm also seeing Pogos go there.
Okay.
Alveo maybe some executives or
You mean Avida yung una? Avida.
Amaya.
Amaya
Will be largely, kasi it's fairly decent for its pricing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yun. To end, what's your secret sauce? Why are you successful in property?
Okay. Well, I'm not yet successful, but what is the secret sauce I'm following? So I've learned a lot from my mentors like Marvin Guillermo, Rex Mendoza. What is the secret to our journey? I guess the secret is to not always look at the money. The money is a byproduct of having good habits, good activities, and of course, a good intention. Diba? Yun ang gusto ko iiwan sa message. No? Just don't focus on the profits. Ilan ba ROI ko? Ano bang return ko? Ilan ba ako mag-ano dyan? It's always about what value am I giving to my paying customer.
Galing. Well said, guys. That's why the rich get richer. So
I'm a working man.
Working man. Okay, lahat tayo working man. Okay, so that's it for now. We're about to go back again. Dodong Kakanandos speaking in Icon Davao. So that's it for now. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon. Carl Lee in the house. Bye, everyone.